Hey horror fans, once again it's the Horror Miser Monty G here to do another movie review, and today we're going to review The First Purge. Yes, it's time to purge. Now, The First Purge is a 2018 dystopian action horror film directed by Joel McMurray. It stars Yulin Noel, Alex Scott Davis, Lauren Velez, I'll get that right, and Marissa Tomei. This is the fourth of the Purge franchise. This is a prequel. It's supposed to tell about all the events about what led to the Purge and why it became a national thing throughout this year. And here's my review of The First Purge. Now, we begin with the film. It opens up with a montage of how crazy the American society has come. Stock markets are plummeted to the lowest that they have since 2008. Crime's at an all-time high. So is unemployment. And this new political party, known as the New Founding Fathers of America, takes charge, funded by no other than the NRA. They eventually get one of their candidates elected as president. And as a social experiment, thanks to the great Dr. May Upland, they decided that a way that Americans can release their aggression is to have 12 hours where every type of crime can be committed, up and including murder. So for 12 hours, they will have this little social experiment, hence called the Purge. And that's what led to the first Purge. Then they're going to do it on this little island, Staten Island of all places, to start this experiment. And that's basically what the film is about. It's about how this became about, the New Founding Fathers, how they took control of the government, and the people and how they tried to survive this first night of the Purge. Now, while I was watching this film, it felt like I was watching a propaganda this film. If the current administration had their way, if something like this were to happen for real, this felt like a perfect propaganda film that they would put together. That's what it felt like when I was watching this movie. Now, some of the stuff that we already know, now of course being that this is a prequel, we're supposed to obviously learn some new stuff. And we did learn a couple of things about the New Founding Fathers. We found out that they're a different political group. They're not Republicans and not Democrats. They're not Republicans and not Democrats. It's a new political group, and they get funded by the NRA, and they eventually get one of their candidates elected as president. We learned that the doctor by the name of Dr. May Upstart decided that the only way to reduce crime rate to 1% was that to allow Americans a way to present their aggression to release. And in the opening part of the film, we see these people talking about a way to release their anger and their aggression. And so they decided that for 12 hours, we're going to allow people with class 4 weapons or lower to go out and just do a bunch of crazy ass shit. And they're allowed to kill people, murder. And they will not be charged with any crime, and they'll do it for the next 12 hours. They felt as though with this social experiment, this will get the crime rate down to 1%, and that's basically what some of this film is. Now, of course, some of the stuff that we see in this film, we already knew that in previous films, like the fact that one of the reasons why they did want to create the Purge was because they wanted to get rid of the lower class, and they felt as though the Purge wasn't doing it fast enough. But we learned that in the second film, so there's really nothing new that this film does or shows us about what we know about it. Another part of the film, Dr. Upland starts looking at the participants wearing masks because they don't want to be known. But again, that's something that we already knew in previous films. Kind of reminds you about the 2016 election, but we won't go into that. Now, the film goes at a very slow pace, and we're introduced to some of the characters in the film. We get introduced to one of the main characters, Dimitri, who is a major drug dealer in the place, and he and his gang decide they're not going to participate in the Purge, but they're going to make sure that everything is protected, so no one try to take over. We see that his former girlfriend Naya and her brother Isaiah, they don't want to participate in the Purge, so they decide that they are going to do She decides to go to the church, and she believes that her brother is going to go to Brooklyn and stay away from the purge, and he'll be safe right there. And of course, we're introduced to Skeletor. Yes. Oh, wait. Oh, not that Skeletor. This Skeletor. Yeah, that dude was crazy, and that's all I'll say about him. The main problem I have with this film is that the film doesn't give us anything to care about with these people. Unlike with the previous films, like in the first film, we actually did care about the family. In the second film, we care about the people trying to survive the film because not because the actors did a great job, it's because of how the story was written. I know a lot of people did not like the first movie, but we still care about the Sanders. We wanted to make sure they survived that one. And unfortunately, what happened to Ethan Hawke's character, spoiler alert, whoever haven't seen it, we know what happened to Ethan Carter's character in the first Purge, but we still wanted that family to survive. We wanted Frank Grillo and the people around him to survive as well. But in this film, we don't care about them. It's just that they don't have enough depth. Something is not right in this film as far as the characters are concerned. In this film, we just don't have enough depth with them. Now, I'll give Leon Noel and Lex Scott Davis credit. They're pretty good in this film, but the script really doesn't give them nothing more to do other than just spout lines, and they become nothing more than cliche victims in this purge, and that's all about it is. And I don't even want to talk about Isaiah. God, what a throwaway character. I was hoping maybe something bad would happen to him because we really don't care about it. He's just a wasted character. We really didn't need him in this film. Well, I did like the violence in this film because you expected the violence, but for some reason it's not as brutal as the first two films are concerned, especially the second film. It's like they were holding something back, and I don't know what they were holding back for, but there was simply something wrong why we didn't get the violence we did was okay, and it just something was missing in this film. Another problem that I had in this film is the setting. It's set in Staten Island, and I understand the reason why they want to set it in Staten Island, which is pretty good, but it seems to only be focusing on poor African-American neighborhoods. Now, I understand that Staten Island is probably a diverse, rich borough of New York, and you would expect to see a little bit more, but it seemed they were more focusing on that, and it seemed they were only paying attention to the poor black people and not maybe, how about focusing more on some of the other areas of Staten Island. I'm pretty sure they were probably affected about this experiment much as anyone else is, but for some reason we only got focused on this part. Now again, I understand the point, and I guess it's how they were written because that's what the Purge was, but still, well, no. I mean, one of the great things about the second Purge was that it showed everybody from everything. Here, this seems to be only focusing on just one certain race, and not just everything, which I thought was a huge mistake in the film. I like how the film was filmed. It was shot very well, and I do give them credit for that. But overall, this is a very disappointing film. Acting was pretty well, but again, too many cliche characters, too many bad mistakes. I'm just highly disappointed in this film. Not the type of picture I wanted this film to be. If they were going to do a prequel of The Purge, they probably should have did it in a different way, in a better setting, and perhaps the film would have been better. It's not, like I said, not the worst movie I've seen so far this year, but it might be there. So, the Horror Miser is going to open up his vault, and I'm going to give the First Purge 1.5 out of my 5 gold coins. Yes, only 1.5 out of my 5 gold coins. Just very, very disappointed in the First Purge. If I were to rank this, it's going to be dead last on the Purge series. Sorry, just didn't like it. So, horror fans, have you seen the First Purge? What do you think about it? Do you think this is a step in the right direction and is better than the Purge election year? Or do you think, do you agree with me and felt this film was just underwhelming, definitely not in the right direction, and maybe it's time to close this series off? Leave your comments down in your comment section below and tell me what you thought about the First Purge. Well, that's my video for today, horror fans. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up because that does help the channel a lot. And of course, if this is your first time here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. And as always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules. Ha ha ha. It's time to purge.